Do you know that no matter how badly you were affected by a breach of contract, you have no legal right to sue the person that broke the agreement if you're not a party to that particular contract? This is a known legal rule known as the doctrine of privity of contracts. Under contract law, it is only people who entered into a particular contract and captured as parties that can sue or be sued under that contract. So if you're not a party to a particular contract, even if the contract benefits you, you cannot sue to enforce the contract. Let's say for instance that you contract a cake vendor to deliver a birthday cake to your partner. It's obvious that your partner is the main beneficiary of the cake. But since your partner was not part of the contract, they have no legal right to sue the vendor if the vendor fails to deliver the cake. And that's a simple example of the doctrine of privity of contract. However, there is a popular saying that for every general rule, there's always an exception, and that applies to the doctrine of privity of contracts. So there are instances where a person can sue for damages or specific performance under a contract, even though he or she was not a party to that particular contract. For instance, if the contract was made to benefit a third party, and a clause in that particular contract states that the third party can sue to enforce the contract, then the doctrine of privity of contract would not apply. Also, under agency relationships, a company can sue or be sued under a contract if the contract was signed by a person they've appointed to act as their agents. And this particular exception plays out in most real estate agreements. Also, trust law allows a beneficiary to enforce a contract that has been made for their benefits. And finally, under insurance arrangements, courts sometimes allow third parties or family members of a deceased person to benefit from or enforce the insurance contracts. So while the doctrine of privity keeps a contract private between the original parties, there are a few exceptions that ensure that justice is done where needed. So I hope you've learned something valuable from this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also click the follow or subscribe button to stay updated whenever I drop a new legal update.